What's up, guys? Time for another video. I'm doing a little Q&A on a video that I did a long time ago, and I didn't even realize how long it's been. It's been about 2 years or so, apparently, since the video I made on my Pectus Excavatum, which is a surgery that doctors cut into your side. You can't really even see the scar anymore. It's gone away so much. And put a bar in your chest to fix that concave chest. You can see it on this side a little better, actually, which is where you have a dip in your chest, like I still do. If you can see, it's hard to see, like right there when I push in on it, that my chest actually dips in, which is kind of why I have a hollow spot right in the middle of my chest. It's really hard to see. I'm sorry, I'm getting all awkwardly close to the camera and flexing. It's hard to see, but my chest, you can kind of see a little bit right there. My chest dips in. You can tell compared to this pec about how my chest is still deformed. So I made a video 2 years ago talking about my experience with Pectus Excavatum. And that video blew up and got out of control to the point where I couldn't even respond to everyone, and it ended up turning into its own thing. And people started answering other people's questions, which was really cool to see, which kind of got me into the whole making videos and trying to help people, because it was weird to watch a video blow up and like help so many people, even though I couldn't personally get to them right away and other people were answering the questions for them. But I wanted to go through and try and answer some of the questions that are on that video for you guys today. But first, let me get something to drink. This video is being powered by coffee with protein coffee mixed into it in my Bio shaker, which is an awesome company. Anyways, so Q&A. So if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at screenshots I took of my video with the actual comments in them, which is weird looking back at that and seeing what I looked like back then compared to now and how much I've actually grown. So anyways, let's jump into this Q&A. I'm just gonna kind of burn through some of the questions really fast, answer them. Hopefully I don't repeat any of the questions, because there's a lot of recurring questions in that video that people kept asking, and I was trying not to screenshot them. So first, I would like to start with one of the questions so that I just get it out of the way. People ask me all the time, how much did the surgery cost? I have no idea. I was young. I was 18. I didn't see the bill. I never paid the bill. It was all done through insurance and my parents. So I never had to deal with any of that. So I personally don't know the price of it. I'm pretty sure you can go out there and kind of find it. I'm pretty sure other YouTubers might be able to tell you the price. I do know it wasn't cheap, because it was 5 days in a hospital. And anyone who's ever been in the hospital knows that staying in the hospital overnight is very expensive, or not cheap at least. So it's not cheap. It is expensive. So just want to get that question right out the way. So I don't know how much it cost. It's gonna be really fun with all these jump cuts I'm about to do as I read them and find the next question. Anyways, first question I'm reading off. Hey man, this video seriously motivated me to go ahead with the procedure. I can't thank you enough. Who was your doctor / surgeon? Great, I read the one that I can't remember. I can't even remember my doctor. It was such a long time ago. That happened, surgery was when I was 18. It was some Indian doctor. It was his last surgery that he did. It was like Kabir or something, I think his last name was. I cannot remember for sure. I'll maybe try to find his name, look him up, and put him in the description. And I'm glad I helped you go ahead with the surgery and motivated you. All right, next question. See how many times I get interrupted while trying to make this video, right guys? All right, so now let's do next question. So it says, I had a Pectus Excavatum too. Some of these people aren't fluent in English, so they kind of type some of these things weird. I had my surgery 3 days ago. I am still in hospital. I am still having pain, but it's great to see you made, and it's motivation to me to look forward and make it easier to deal with the pain. Sorry about that. That's just how it's kind of written. It's all weird. That wasn't a question. I don't know why I screenshotted that. I think the next one down is a question, but I'm glad it helped you do the surgery. The pain does suck, but it's totally worth it, and pain's just temporary. It goes away. So remember that, guys. Pain isn't forever. The next one says, can I still box with the bar in me? Which is a question I can't really answer because I've never boxed or been in boxing before. I would think it would be okay after you are like fully recovered and just try not to get hit in the chest. I personally try not to have anything really impact me hard in my chest still, even though it's fine. It's still just kind of weird. But you should be able to box after a couple months of recovery, and once your doctor, I would talk to your doctor more, like I should have started with anyways. I'm not a doctor and I can't give medical advice, but I know I did kind of do some stuff. It didn't really mess up the bar at all or mess with my chest, so it should be fine. All right, next question. Okay, the next one says, how long did it take to heal and how long before you could do sports again? Okay, so first off, I was never really into like sports. I was always kind of into, I've always been into kind of like personal stuff of like just you, and it only relies on you, like skateboarding and dirt biking, BMX, now bodybuilding or working out, whatever you want to call that. I do powerlifting, all that fun stuff, whereas only relies on me. So I never really did sports like football or soccer or baseball or anything like that. So I can't really speak in that regard, but I can speak in regard of skating. And it says how long before you could do sports again. And like I kind of mentioned in my other video, I didn't really listen to doctors. You're supposed to wait like 3 months. I think about a month or like 4 to 6 weeks in, I ended up going to the skate park and kind of cruising around and doing a couple things, even though I was still in pain and you're still not feeling like 100% until about 3 or 4 months in. You still, once you start feeling normal, you kind of want to get out back to what you're normally doing, especially if you're like me and really active. You just want to get back to whatever you're doing before and try to feel normal. And I remember just being super excited about the surgery and just wanting to go to the skate park and just cruise around and take my shirt off because I was always embarrassed about how my chest looked. So I went to the skate park about 4 to 6 weeks in or after the surgery, took my shirt off and just cruised around and just didn't do anything crazy to the point where I knew I wouldn't fall and stuff. So that's all I can say on that. Sports wise, I guess it would kind of depend too on the context of the sport. If it's like if you're doing really like hardcore like physical activity, then maybe it might take you a little longer to get back to something like that. Or if it's like a sport that you take impact, like I believe like motocross, they told me not to do while I had the bar in me because you don't want to fall with that in there. Like you could really, I guess, mess yourself up. So that's about it for that one. And how long did it take to heal? It takes a long time in a way to heal. Like I never felt completely normal until maybe about a few months after the bar was taken out of my chest. Of course you're gonna feel fine. Like it's not like I didn't feel fine like with it in my chest and a couple months after the surgery, but feeling normal took a little while after the bar was moved. Like you get used to the bar and you don't know what normal is until you don't have it until recently, or not recently, but until I started having the bar out and feeling somewhat normal again, then I realized, oh, that was kind of weird with this bar in my chest and having all this random numbness and all this other kind of stuff. There's not a lot of pain or anything like that, like recovery wise, but there is like little random weird things that you don't notice until it's completely gone. I would say it takes about 4 months after the main surgery of putting the bar in for you to feel normal, or it not bother you anymore. And then after the surgery of taking the bar out, that's really quick. It's about 2 weeks after that you start feeling normal again. 4 months after that and you're feeling like even better than you were before the surgery. All right, next question. So the next question is, how long did they have to leave it in your chest? So the normal length of time for the Nuss procedure anyways, for the bar to stay in your chest, is about 2 years. I think mine might have been a little longer. I do know some people who do a little longer, and it also depends on how many bars and all kinds of factors, but the normal time is 2 years. It's like having braces on. Next question. Can I still work out with the bar in my chest? You can still work out with the bar in your chest. I started working out after I had the surgery with the bar in my chest. It is a little weird depending on a couple factors. For me, I can only speak on behalf of myself. The weirdest thing for me was any kind of like pressing movements, because you have to understand how the bar was put in. If you watch the video of the Pectus Excavatum video, which is on my profile, I can show you the bar and how it kind of went in. It like goes through your body with like crossbars on the side. So anytime I would do any kind of like pressing motions, like bench press mainly, I could feel you can see my lat right here. Anytime I go like this and push forward, my lat comes forward, and the bar was about right here. So anytime I'd get right here, it would push against. You can see how my hand kind of pushes against my lat, and then it would pop forward. So that's the only thing I would notice. It was like a rubber band catching and like bouncing past. So it felt really weird, but you can still work out with the bar in your chest. It's just it feels a little weird sometimes depending on the exercises and stuff and how well you've healed and how long the time has been, because there's all kinds of other stuff that can cause weird problems. Like the main thing that I had was for a good like year, maybe longer, I don't even know. And then I had to get the surgery again to get the bar out, and it happened all over again. But I was numb right after the surgery from here on both sides all the way to about, it's hard for me to touch, like almost right in here. I have too much muscle on for me to grab stuff. Right from here to here, I couldn't really feel anything in this general area. Like I couldn't feel my nipple, I couldn't feel anything. It was like really weird. It's still a little numb, like right where the incisions are, which is probably just because where they cut and everything, but it was really numb for a long time, which is really weird. It's not like it hurts or anything. It kind of helps with the pain I'm imagining, but it's just something else for me to talk about and tell you guys about. And then one of the other questions from the other person says, did they break any bones or did they just bend your bone? So I had the Nuss procedure, which is the bar being flipped in your chest. So they didn't break any bones. They just pretty much bent your hole or pushed it out or whatever you want to say. They didn't break any. I think that's the Ravager procedure where they break all the bones in your chest. I didn't want to deal with that because the recovery process is like 6 months and you're in a lot of pain and it hurts to breathe or laugh or anything. I was like, fuck that. I'd rather have somewhat of a hole in my chest and recover fast because I just wanted to get it done and over with. Next question. So this person says, oh my God, incredible transformation. Thank you. I saw some cases on the internet some months after the surgery. The Pectus, oh, someone might be here. I might have to come back to this one. Never mind, I lied. It was someone going into the smoke shop who's pregnant. Anyways, all right, so where was I? What was the question? Do you feel any discomfort in your chest? At the moment, no, I do not have any discomfort in my chest. I don't even remember almost at this point, because like I said, that was when I had the surgery when I was about 18, almost 19, something like that, and I'm now 24, so it's been a good